Reforest the Bluegrass.
It's a community-led volunteer reforestation program, using volunteers to plant more trees in Lexington. Reforest the Bluegrass was first started to help Lexington's waterways because soil was washing away.
And so we started reforesting because trees will help hold that soil and cool our waterways, as well as take a lot of pollutants out of our system. And so it's really important that we continue this even when we're not along a stream, because trees give us all kinds of benefits.
Like cleaning our air, cooling our cities, and providing habitat. Over the past 2 decades, more than 200,000 trees have been planted through Reforest the Bluegrass.
So much education out here and so many opportunities to learn about trees and be a part of that, building that community in our city. I think that's really important because then as they grow up, as they become adults, or as they watch their children grow up, they can go back to those forests and know that they had a piece of that.
Heisel Park is a special place for volunteer Joseph Wrightson. He got engaged in the park, and Saturday he planted his first tree there.
It's super easy, way easier than I thought it was going to be. So I think it's like enlightening that it's something so easy and accessible to plant a tree. So I'm hoping next week they're doing Reforest at home, hopefully to bring some trees to my house too.
Next week, people in Fayette County will be able to pick up free trees to plant on their own through the Reforest at Home program. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
The city's Reforest at Home program will be held April 22nd from 10 until 1. You can pick up those free trees at Castlewood Park, Jacobson Park, or even Waverly Park. Households are limited to 5 trees in total.